Yup, it sucks. That's right, guys. Berserk has another terrible anime adaptation, and we're gonna talk about it. Hot take. Berserk is a well-beloved series, a dark tale of revenge and self-discovery. We follow Mr. Big Sad Sword McGee, aka Guts, as he continues to win the award for the world's biggest L's. Its story is so dark and twisted, with broken characters going through their own emotional journey of self-worth while fending off hordes of demons. Oh my lord, the art is like an angel's wet kiss to the eyes. Highly detailed environments, character designs with amazing fight choreography, all wrapped up in a big black book. I'm not breaking new ground when I say that Berserk is a one-of-a-kind series. So why can't it get a good anime adaptation? In 2015, the amateur studios Millennium and Litten Films, led by director Shin Itagaki, were stupidly tasked with handling the iconic Berserk franchise. It would just be like if a student film class were told to make the entire Phase 4 of the MCU as their final project for the semester. Thanks to terrible communication, lack of a solid vision, and just a team with little experience, we got the so bad it's good Berserk 2016. The worst part is that they made a season 2, which covers a chunk of the Millennium Falcon arc. Because us Berserk fans can never have nice things, we're gonna struggle once more. So watch out for any sexy birds, start the worst D&D campaign you'll ever play, and don't let the rage consume you as we walk through the interstice of Berserk 2017, the worst adaptation.
I said wait! If you get lost out here, I'm the one who's gonna get in trouble.
Oh wait, this is 2D animation and it's actually pretty decent. Maybe this will be a good adaptation. A group of kids run around in a dark forest while the camera awkwardly pans across the screen and cross dissolves for no reason. Just then, the smallest of boys points out the creature straight from hell. Zod the Immortal carries the White Devil to visit an old friend. Deep in the snow, Guts brings Casca back to see Erica, who mourns the death of Godo. Erica mentions that there's a guest who's talking to Rickert, some old war buddy that'll make you question your sexuality, and they keep going on and on about how they did nothing wrong. Oh shit, that's Griffith. On the Hill of Swords, Guts sees the clueless Rickert talking to the traitorous Griffith. Having one of those Kill Bill moments, he wastes no time trying to go all hi-yo on the bastard.
What's wrong with you? Just use your eyes! It's Griffith!
Yeah. And that's the problem. Griffith mentions that the whole reason he came was to see if he has truly gotten over his toxic ex so he can finally live, laugh, and love. Thanks to the God Hand, the White Devil's heart has frozen over, incapable of feeling any regrets. Guts, the one-trick pony, swings his thick metal stick in an attempt to end the series before he's on a boat for 9 years real time. I'm not joking. Yet, the power-hungry Zod stops him, eager for a rematch. They engage in combat, and if you ignore the atrocious animation, Guts is able to stand toe-to-toe with the greatest warrior. It sucks because this is such a cool fight in the manga. The way the panels show the subtle dodges and blocks, the wind-ups, impacts, and momentums of blows you can almost feel through the page. Like, you know it's a problem when a 13-year-old PS2 game is better than the anime. Zod's blood boils as he digivolves into Nosferatu Zod. The battle becomes significantly harder. Meanwhile, Griffith forgets what personal space is and stares deeply into the broken Casca, who's not fully aware of how to act upon seeing him. Then Griffith and Zod leave. Looking down on Guts, he once again states how he will achieve his kingdom. Nothing has changed, and the death of his comrades were just stepping stones. After Guts tells Rickert everything, he goes off to finish his original mission, to kill Griffith. Here's the thing. On paper, this is just a phenomenal start to an arc. We've got action, beautiful set pieces, and all kinds of drama between the main cast. In some ways, it just kind of gives the vibes like this is where it all ends. Guts standing toe-to-toe against his two biggest enemies in this like final boss looking battlefield. If this was animated by a much more competent studio, then this first episode could have broken the internet. We follow the two most dysfunctional blondes, Farnese and Serpico, who are on the lookout for Guts. Serpico looks back on their past, reminiscing on how they first met. Holy shit, I was not prepared for that. Like, I know kids can be assholes sometimes, but wow, that was just brutal. The spoiled rich girl Farnese saves the poor boy with the darkest of intentions to use Serpico as her own personal servant. Most people in the mansion couldn't stand Farnese. All her servants suffered major injuries, some even died. The key to her madness was the constant abandonment from her parents, leaving an emotionally unstable girl trapped all alone in a mansion that the animators refused to draw backgrounds for.
No! Do something about that thunder!
Lady Farnese, calming the wicked elements of nature was not in the job description you posted on Indeed.com. Nor do I just have Storm from the X-Men on speed dial like that. As she got older, so too did her madness and reliance on Serpico grow, not tolerating anyone who badmouths her plaything.
You must duel. However, I am a woman, so you will do battle with the one whom you insulted.
If there are any Farnese fans before her eventual redemption, I just want to understand, what the fuck is wrong with you? After Farnese goes on another casual burn the mansion Thursday, her and Serpico join under the Holy Iron Chain Knights. As they go around burning the evil heretics, Serpico's loyalty comes to question, as his mom, who can't remember her own son's name, is scheduled for her 9:30 a.m. Burn the Witch appointment.
I need you to show me that she's not your mother.
I get that this flashback was for us to understand what caused Farnese to act the way that she does, and to show just how much she's changed since meeting Guts. But all it's done is make me hate her significantly more.
Will you sleep?
Not anymore. All throughout the harsh winters, Guts does everything he can to protect Casca from fighting Frosty the Snowman's entire family to a bunch of ghouls. He thinks back to the brave warrior he fell in love with, now reduced to an uncontrollable child. Despite Guts' tremendous strength, the overwhelming responsibility forms cracks in his iron will, as even he falls victim to his own dark urges, causing the girl with the world's smoothest brain to be absolutely terrified. But Guts gets just the help he needs, as Isidro, Farnese, and Serpico come along asking Guts if they can join under him. The last one is more there for shits and giggles. And vengeance. 9.99 times out of 10, Guts would refuse, as he has in the past. But realizing just how hard it's come to take care of Casca alone, he agrees to their plea.
This is all I can do now.
Farnese, the queen of it ain't much, but it's honest work. And so Team Guts has formed, introducing the most emotionally unstable D&D party of all time. Yes! Now this is what Berserk is all about, baby! A small kingdom has been overthrown by the Kushan army, as the men drop like flies and the women are stored for livestock. They make fleeting remarks in hopes that the Band of the Hawk will save them. Yet the local weird girl Sonia truly believes the White Hawk will come to the rescue. It's a shame she didn't bet any money, cause Sonia just won the lottery. Griffith and Zod begin their assault on the Kushans. Many powerful warriors gather as well, eager to join under his wings. Roxas, a former Kushan assassin, Locust, the famous Moonlight Knight, and Grunbeld, the Great Flame Dragon. Along with Zod, these mighty Morphin warriors easily take down the Kushan army, claiming the small kingdom for their own. Sonia watches in awe as the Neo Band of the Hawk is formed. Team Guts continues their endless journey, fighting hordes of demons and just trying to survive in the wild. While Guts teaches Isidro how to become the world's greatest swordsman, Farnese is struggling to keep up, constantly making little mistakes here and there.
In all these years, I never realized how insignificant I was.
What do you mean you just realized? They pass by an old traveler who warns them about trolls. Thankfully, he's referring to the actual monster and not the 13-year-olds in YouTube comments who call you a stinky butt boy. Fuck you, Derek! I hope you fail your math test! While they camp out in the forest, the trolls waste no time yoinking Farnese and Casca. Isidro and Puck go to rescue them and come across the demonic beasts. Another amazing thing about Berserk is Miura's imagination with his monster designs. Typically, when you you think of trolls, you imagine if a goblin went to the gym. Yet Miura always has a unique spin on classic creatures that honestly make them significantly more terrifying. Isidro is no match for the scary keyboard warrior, yet a wandering black mage comes to their rescue, using a spell to thwart off the trolls, then she leaves before they can get her name. Further in the forest, they come across an old man named Morgan, who survived a troll attack. He's looking for the witch, said to live deep in the forest. He hopes she can save their village from troll attacks. They eventually find the Witchwood, Spirit Tree, home of the so-called witch. However, the stone golem attacks the group. Watch out for its laser blasts and make sure to attack all the purple stones to stun the creature. Ah, man. Sorry, guys. I can't tell if we're watching Berserk or playing Dragon's Dogma. Team Guts takes down the elementals and the black mage decides to let them in the house.
My name's Shirky.
Oh, that's how you pronounce her name. I genuinely didn't know that. Along with her elf friend Evilera, Shirke takes them to the witch Flora. The mistress is fully aware of everyone's past and says she's been waiting for the branded ones as told by an old friend of hers. After a nice relaxing evening, Guts asks the mistress about the Baylet.
Where'd you get this?
He got it from the Count during the Black Swordsman arc, but if you didn't read the manga, you wouldn't know that because every single anime adaptation skips it. Why? The gang gets some new equipment. Serpico acquires a sylph coat and sword, allowing him to move like the wind. Isidro has the flame dagger, and Casca and Farnese just get some t-shirts. And with that, the gang are ready to fight some trolls. Team Guts arrives at Morgan's village, and a while later the trolls begin their assault. The gang make quick work of the beasts, so well that even the monsters themselves are impressed. Their numbers begin to overwhelm the group, as it becomes so much harder to protect the citizens. Thankfully, Shirke also knows summoning magic, calling forth Ifrit, Garuda, Titan, and Shiva to help destroy the trolls. Then she erects a barrier to send away the reinforcements. Yet Papa Ogre is here to help his kids. Guts 1v1s the Titan in hopes of stopping Shrek 5 from seeing the light of day. He manages to mortally wound the ogre, but a water spirit comes out of nowhere looking to square up. Serpico storms into battle. They fight their respective opponents and take them down. However, Shirke's edibles finally kick in, and the water spirit does more harm than good, causing a major flood that once again separates them from Farnese and Casca, and they go to rescue them. Team Guts enters the troll's lair.
Hold on.
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Farnese and Casca find themselves deep in the troll's nest and in the middle of some unholy activities. No need to fear, as Team Guts comes just in time to the rescue, with Hi-Yo blasting in the background like it does in almost every episode. I just want to point out that anytime there's an action scene or something mildly interesting happens, they'll just play Hi-Yo every single time. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great track, but you can just really tell where the production team's budget and time went towards. Everyone escapes while Guts fends off the remaining trolls. As their numbers dwindle, a special guest makes her appearance. Buried within the troll intestines, Slan, the whore princess of the God Hand, appears before our swordsman. Thankfully, our Bone Boy Skull Knight is here to cheer on Guts.
Yes, this is it. Ram it through me. Pierce me with your big, thick sword.
Pierce her!
Guys, I was gonna do it, but when he keeps saying it like that, it's just making me really uncomfortable, and I kinda just wanna go home now.
Satisfied with the one-night stand, Slan disappears, hoping to meet Guts again someday. The cave begins to crumble. Skull Knight busts out the egg blade, formed from the many baylets he's collected. He can travel through space, allowing them to escape the cave with 0 casualties. With everyone saved, Team Guts heads back to the spirit tree, but awaiting is a great darkness that'll put Guts' rage to the absolute limit. Over in the spirit tree, the mistress talks to our favorite neighborhood Skull Knight about Team Guts. Their conversation is cut short as the Apostle army, led by Zod, raids the spirit tree. Meanwhile, Team Guts are on their way, and Shirke notices something bad is happening to the mistress. Demons burn the forest. Guts tries to fight them off, but due to his injuries from Slan, he's unable to fight at full power. Skull Knight comes to help, but it only gets worse as Zod the Immortal and Grunbeld the Fire Dragon join the fight. Grunbeld challenges Guts to a fight to the death. Guts is far too weak to even leave a scratch on the mighty Grunbeld, basically being thrown around like a rag doll. While Guts gets his cheeks clapped all over the forest, Shirkei gets a message from her mistress before her inevitable death to give Guts a special armor. In the middle of the battle, Guts is transported to Shirkei right next to the armor. The gang put it on and watch what can only be described as a miracle or a curse. The Berserk Armor, a powerful item said to unlock the user's hidden strength and durability at the cost of one's sanity. Guts feels absolutely no pain, as any attack he takes, the armor instantly repairs the damage and forces him to keep going. Just like how people think of Pikachu when you bring up Pokemon, the Berserk Armor is the most iconic piece of Berserk. Now Guts can actually stand a chance against these superhuman demons. This is definitely a much needed power-up, and it's like one of the few genuine dubs our hero gets. Plus, you can tell that Millennium actually tried their best to make this good, because the CGI is pretty decent. Granted, the fighting itself is absolutely abysmal. They literally took this panel and just colored it in like it's a fucking children's coloring book. With the new armor, Guts easily takes down the lesser apostles. He even forces Grunbeld to use his demon form, and holy shit, this is actually cool. Even with Grunbeld's new form, the Berserk armor is able to keep fighting and even damage the crystal dragon. Shirkei eventually finds Guts' inner soul and gets him to come back to his senses. Farnese and Casca are attacked by demons, and Guts saves them both, revealing the enormous stress put on Guts. Holy moly, I'm more surprised that it took this long for the stress to really get to Guts. But I mean, either way, it's insane. The dude's in like his early 20s at this point, but after everything he's gone through, he looks like he's in his late 30s. It really shows just how much Guts is willing to go through for the sake of his goal and his friends. The mistress uses the rest of her powers to place a barrier between them and Grunbeld. Flora tells Shirkei to go and join Guts on his journey before the spirit tree is destroyed. Shirkei thanks her for everything, and they leave the spirit tree. The next day, Skull Knight explains how the king of Elfheim could have the power to restore Casca's mind back to normal. Remember guys, this is Berserk, so shit immediately hits the fan as Team Guts fight giant lizards with spears. Hold on, I feel like I've seen this before. Guts overuses the Berserk armor. He manages to kill the monsters, but realizes just how dangerous the armor really is and how much he truly needs his team. The next day, the gang arrive at a town to spend the night and relax. Shirkei comes across Sonya, unaware that she's a member of the Neo Band of the Hawk. After some wacky shenanigans with jolly old Bonebeard, Sonya asks Shirkei to join her group, but Shirkei politely declines, and man, did she dodge a bullet bill or what? Later that evening, Team Guts chills at an inn with all the many drunkards of town, and what the hell? Why is the animation actually good? Okay, now I feel like they're just fucking with us. You're telling me that the show could have looked this good the entire time? Shin Itagaki, I swear to God, you must just like to watch the world burn. The story ends with both Shirkei and Guts being thankful for the people they've come across on their journey. Powerful individuals who've only known solitude have found a place they can call home in the form of newfound friends and allies. To be continued. It better not! It's honestly a shame that such a phenomenal series keeps getting done dirty with its more recent adaptations, basically tarnishing the series' image in front of a wider audience by making it seem like it's this show that's just violence for the sake of violence. But that's not gonna stop it from being a one-of-a-kind series that's motivated the hearts of many. Guts' determination to just keep on struggling no matter what is absolutely inspiring. We all meme that Berserk is unadaptable, and in some ways, I agree, but I don't think it's impossible. Thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole YouTube shebang, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.